Yo, it's your boy Skinny Spear coming at you with another food/game review. Today we're reviewing Honey Nut Cheerios while playing Mortal Kombat. It's really hard to
Boo,
do.
they suck.
Yeah, get out of here. Boo.
I think doing Fruity Pebbles or bust.
I don't even know what that is. But anyway.
You can just leave now. You're not welcome here anymore.
Oh, it's my
This
fucking
is-
show.
I'm
It's there it is.
Fine.
It's proof. It's proof that he's the hierarchy, the Iron Fist.
See, we try to give him good input to let us do cool things. We're like, you want to do this? No, it's my show. We'll
it's
do it
mine.
how I
I'll do
want.
what I fucking want.
Yeah,
Proof.
he admitted it.
I did. Anyway, we're gonna talk like we'll talk like. Sorry.
He's the fun police, the stream Nazi, etc.,
I am.
etc.
Yep. Anyway, we're gonna talk like actual adults and not weird men, baby children who do stuff on the
I'm not gonna
internet.
talk like every other YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've posted about it before, Josh. But people, you start a video, it's like, hey, it's Sammy G. How's it, welcome to my new video. It's like, shut the hell up and play the game.
Hey, how do I do this? Like, oh, it even happened last night. I was like trying to look up how to do Scorpion's. Like, they added a new brutality form in Mortal Kombat X, and I'm like, oh, how do I do this? Here's a YouTube video. Yo, it's your boy. No, it's not. It is never.
Close the window.
I might be preaching to the choir here, but the one thing that annoys me about things like that is people who feel the need to have like a 30-minute opening. Seriously, if there's no content in your video for what I'm looking for, like 60 seconds into the stream, I'm out. Or
Well, they
video,
put that.
I'm
They
out.
have to put like that weird rotating logo in it.
What's his name? Leafy? Where it's like a 20-minute video and it's 18 minutes of intro.
Oh, Jesus. We're actually going to talk about things today.
Yeah, we're not calling the kettle black or
No,
anything.
of course not. Please subscribe, like, and follow.
But calling the kettle black would be racist.
True.
Oh.
Anyway, so today we're gonna have a chat about games that we want to play either now or in the near future. So I'm willing to take the bullet and go first, unless anyone else wants to go first.
No, you can go first. You don't have to
Um,
random.org it.
Yeah, 3 games, and I'll start with the 2 that will get the least amount of hate from everyone else in the room. The Crash Bandicoot remake comes out in June.
The game sucks!
Shut up. Also in June, Stormblood, but I'm pretty sure all of us are looking forward to Stormblood for the
Yeah,
Final
I'm
Fantasy
looking
XIV.
forward
sequel.
Or as my computer likes to auto-translate it to Stromboli.
Stromboli.
I keep calling it Bloodstorm because of that fake game in the Simpsons episode.
Oh yeah.
Or no, that was Bone Storm or something. I don't know.
Bone Storm.
Every time I try to, like, type it to someone, what do you like in Stormblood? Well, in Stormblood, then my excuse me, English. Then my computer just auto-translates it to Stromboli. It's like, okay.
I'm looking forward to some Stromboli.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Stormblood. If I can count the number of things I like out of Heavensward on one hand.
Was Chocobo's
So
one
can
of
I.
them?
No,
So
no,
can I.
that
There
was
was
my fault.
nothing I liked.
Yeah, well, for me, it actually
Well,
comes
okay, I
from
lied.
number-
Dark Knight.
Yeah,
Dark Knight
see
was
me,
cool.
machinist, done. Yeah, a gun job. Oh, this
Woohoo.
expansion's terrible. I like the story. Everything else is. bleh.
Yeah. And all right, so my final one, which I'm going to get a lot of hate probably, is I'm getting Mass Effect Andromeda.
Dragon
on.
Effect, Andromeda, Inquisitional.
But before I say anything, I gotta take a drink of this haterade. Because no, everything I've seen, I watched the videos, and I was even trying to hold back a bit. But I mean, okay, first of all, props to BioWare for hiring students straight out of college with gender studies degrees to do their animations. Because the game looks so bad. The facial animations look so bad. The fact that the Asari that looks like Shrek is holding her gun backwards in
I
one
saw
scene.
that. Jesus Christ. Is that an actual scene? I'm assuming it can't be. They must have worked it out by now and be changing it, I hope. Or is it
I
already
don't
gone
know.
gold?
But I watched, I think it was on IGN, I watched one of the gameplay videos, and it looks so boring. I have Mass Effect 3 and 2, I'll just play those.
I mean, I like the fact that this time round you're not stuck in a certain class. Like you can research any biotic ability or weapon ability, or you're not stuck with only like 2 guns and a flamethrower or something like that. You can be like, I'm going to use the ice beam this time round, or I want to use the flamethrower, or I'm going to fucking blast a black hole at people, kind of thing. I thought that was kind of
a bummer thing about 3 was, I think it was 3, where I had, if I wanted to change from like fire or ice bullets, I had to keep going back to the thing and reinvesting my points or something.
Yep.
But visually, the game looks awful. The videos I've seen, it doesn't look that much fun. It looks dull. And I know that there's this whole thing about like, people complain all the time, every female character in a video game is too attractive. She's too pretty, the blah, blah, blah. So I get the idea that maybe you don't want to make them look, maybe a little unconventional, like not conventionally attractive. But why would you make the Asari look like John C. Reilly?
Well, it's just that one.
But why?
I don't know.
Why go that far?
Why is it just one? It's like the rest of them all look as per normal.
As long as they're not talking, because then.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. It's weird.
Uh,
I don't know. I still like Mass Effect enough to play to get it. It won't be coming on the day, but I didn't want to pay $100 for it, so I can wait like a week for it to arrive and pay $82 for it.
So who's biting the
Bet you
bullet
it
next?
takes you 3 months to finish it.
Probably,
Bet you
because
take
I don't know. I'm weird with games at the moment. Like I watch
You
more people.
Still haven't
I
finished
watch
Type Zero.
I know, and I haven't finished. I've kind of finished Hitman. I mean, I finished the story of Hitman. I'm just trying to do like a whole bunch of challenges in Hitman. I haven't finished. I got the new Deus Ex game. I got the new Mirror's Edge game. I haven't even looked at those. I don't know. There's lots of games that I haven't even looked at. At the moment, I prefer to watch people play games more than play them, which is kind of sad. But hey, there you go. All right, so those are the games I'm looking forward to.
All right, who's biting the bullet next? Do I need to random.org it?
We should have our special guest that we didn't even bother to introduce.
He's been so quiet.
He is. Hi, Devin.
If he's still there.
Hello.
What games?
Shit.
What games are you looking forward to?
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm so used to it just being us three, I completely spaced it. And Devin's just so quiet.
Oh, there we go.
It's fine. I know you guys care about me.
We do.
Less than 3, mate.
Yeah, less than 3.
But Stormblood Injustice 2 comes out here pretty soon, hopefully.
Fate looks so cool. I am so glad they added Dr. Fate.
Yep. I sent Sam a video of him the other day.
I did watch it. He looked pretty neat.
Ed Boon said he might bring in Spawn and Hellboy, so
Yeah, he ran a couple polls, and I think he ran one for like other comic book characters, and Spawn won that one, and he ran a Mortal Kombat poll for guest character, and Sub-Zero won that one, to no surprise. I'm honestly hoping he brings back Killer Frost, though.
me too. Oh, I don't even know where's this story taking place? Is it like in the parallel world, or is it like in the actual world one?
I have no idea. I would guess it's probably going to be in both, but to further elaborate, I would say maybe it'll take more in the regular world, because most of Injustice took place in the parallel world.
Hmm.
Oh.
I don't know. Was there a story in Injustice 1?
Yeah. It basically boils down to Well, actually, I'll let Devin. You can go ahead. You probably know it better than I do.
In the parallel world, Joker does something to Superman and makes Superman nuke. What is it?
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Yeah, he nukes Metropolis, kills Lois Lane, which is his wife, and he has a son. And he goes and kills Joker, and he becomes above the law, and he kills anybody he sees fit. He creates an army, and if people don't follow him like the other people for the Justice League, he goes and kills them. Pretty much sums it all up. The only one that stands against him is Batman, Harley Quinn, Lex Luthor, a couple other people.
Yeah, going off that, I would say, remember that episode of Justice League cartoon about the Justice Lords? They were kind of like that, and then they came to the regular universe to try and take it over. I assume that's what the plot's going to be. It's going to be Superman coming back and trying to take over the regular world.
That'd be pretty cool. I want to play as Robin. That's who I'm most excited for when I seen him. That and Swamp Thing. Since Swamp Thing hasn't had any limelight for a very, very long time.
Yeah, he's very late 80s, early 90s. He makes my heart sing.
I think I remember watching that. That was a really bad movie.
You should see the cartoon sometime. They made a cartoon of it.
Did they? Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm thinking of a different cartoon.
Yeah, they actually used the Wild Thing song and changed it to Swamp Thing for the theme song.
I do remember that.
Yep. So, anything else you're looking forward to, Devin?
Whenever the Fractured Butthole comes out, but...
Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the
looking
first one.
We were looking it up yesterday, weren't we? There's still no release date as of yet.
Which is surprising, because it should already be out, but they keep delaying it.
Well, didn't the Stick of Truth get delayed a whole bunch, too?
I can't remember.
I remember them, making fun of themselves for it, kind of. But I don't know if they were being, really poking fun at themselves or just, making stuff up.
I'll have to look it up. I know if you go, whenever Fractured Butthole comes out, I think if you buy it, you get the Stick of Truth for free. So you can play the first and second one. The first one was an amazing game.
First one was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it had a lot of laugh in it.
I've played some of it so far. I need to try and finish it.
Do you have the koala version?
No,
Sam?
I borrowed Devin's copy off Steam, so it's the actual good version.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fucking the worst.
Yeah, you guys don't get that luxury of good games.
Well, we already one of our previous episodes was a game that got censored, which was so incredibly dumb that I still can't work it out.
See.
Anything else?
I think that's about it. No, that's pretty much about it. I don't keep up on games like I used to. I mean, whatever I see for sale on the computer, I go and look up trailers and stuff. Those are the only ones that piqued my interest.
Awkward silence.
No, quit silence. All right, Dean, what games are you looking forward to?
He fell for the trap.
Not that many, actually. Like, I guess Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem game coming out, the Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, or whatever. I'm probably saying that wrong, but yeah, that and the 12 HD remake.
Oh yeah, that comes out in June as well, isn't it? June's quite a busy month.
June 11th.
Wait, also, a new Fire Emblem. Didn't they come out with a new one the last time we recorded? Either we don't record enough, or they make too many Fire Emblem games. Because it seems like every time
They actually don't make
about a new
enough, in my opinion.
It seems like every time
they
record,
pump out like 5 Mario games and like 20 Zelda games for every like one Fire Emblem they make.
because it seems like you're always talking about a new Fire Emblem game every time we record.
I mean, the one that I'm excited for hasn't necessarily been announced yet. They started showing like a tech demo for it, but they're basically HD-ifying a really old game, so I wouldn't necessarily call it new. It's new here in America because it'll be the first time this one has been over here legally in America. So,
Rigori.
but and then 12. Once 12 HD comes out, it's been nice knowing you guys.
Right?
Because we got there's that, and then Stormblood is pretty much like that and the week after.
Because so my turn.
It's gonna be a terrible time for us.
To actually play games. I don't know, unless Sten's got some more.
No, like I said, there's not really much of anything that I'm looking forward to this year. I mean, once they announce Borderlands 3 officially, and that's something I'm just going to gush about for like an entire episode, but...
I mean, there was that tech demo, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But even then, I don't think they actually said, hey, it is coming. I think they're just like, hey, this is a thing we're working on.
They kind of did on Twitter. It was like not 100% confirmed, but incredibly heavily implied, especially because they've updated Battleborn to have hidden Easter egg messages in it.
So nobody saw him?
Yeah,
I was
right?
thinking the same thing.
Poor old Randy Pitchford.
They call it Stillborn for a reason.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not officially confirmed, but it's like really heavily. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's not confirmed, but it's kind of confirmed.
Well, they made that shitty Aliens game, and then Battleborn tanked. So I would think, yeah, they're going to go back to their...
Battleborn tanked because it came out like... I can't remember if it came out like earlier before or after Overwatch.
It came out a little bit before.
But basically, it was what... They're like, oh, this game can beat Overwatch. No, it can't beat Overwatch. They tried to beat Overwatch to the punch, but it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, and it's weird because even though it came out first, all the character designs look like shittier versions of Overwatch characters.
Well, I mean, I'm going to argue with that. You're trying to say that, something that's kind of based in a very Borderlands style looking like shit, Go back and look at Borderlands and, yeah.
But there's a difference, like, you look at the Gunzerker from Borderlands 2, and he's drawn in a cartoony style, and he kind of has a tiny head, but the way the rest of his body is, it kind of works. Then you look at Reinhardt, and the way his armor is, and it's kind of cartoony, kind of seems like he has a tiny head, but it still works, because it's still, like, the art style's still there. The guy with the tiny head in Battleborn looks weird. Like
Montana?
I don't know their names.
The dude who kind of he has like a lumberjack beard, a minigun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montana.
Yeah, it's like they were doing the whole like big body, tiny head cartoony style thing, but like they made his head too tiny, so then it just looked weird.
Looks like the Goliaths from Borderlands 2. I'm not going to sit here and try to defend the games by any means. It was trash, but at the same time, it's basically done up in the same art style to a sense that Borderlands is. So by extension, you're calling Borderlands and saying it looks like shit. And I take offense to that. That triggers me. I don't shit all over everything you love.
Sure you do.
I was gonna say what? Yes, you do.
You do all the time.
Yeah, and?
You just said you do. What is it? You trying to bamboozle?
Something like that.
No, it worked in Borderlands 2. It doesn't work in Battleborn.
I mean, some characters are better than other. Like, Oscar Mike is just hilarious. So is Isaac. Oscar Mike and Isaac are the best.
Isn't that game becoming free to play here?
I thought it was.
Everybody thought it was. Yeah, no, they'll probably hold off on making it free to play as long as they can. I know it's
disoriented
at this point.
You disoriented me. I am going to kill everyone you have loved and ever passed.
We are all one in the iris. Nerd.
I thought we were all soldiers
Get on the
now.
payload. I have you in my sights.
Die, 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 die.
So, Reaper, what are you doing in the kitchen? I'm going to cook. What are you going to cook? Potatoes. How are you going to cook them? Fry, fry, fry.
Nice. All right, Josh, your turn.
Okay. Well, it's already been out, but Nier Automata, I'm waiting to pick up a copy of that. But since it's already out, the two things, there's only two other games I'm really looking forward to. Tekken 7 comes out around the end of this month, or sooner. I can't remember. No, I think it's sooner. I think the other one comes out at the end of the month. Yeah, Tekken 7. I don't like 3D fighters that much, but I just like fighting games, so I pick up fighting games.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, like, and especially like with Tekken 7, it's one of those games I pick it up. I don't know the characters that well, but I play through it and I pick one. I try and get good, and then I think it stems back to when I was a kid and I owned like every fighting game. So somebody'd stop by and it's like, hey, do you want to play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, Tekken, because I still had all my old cartridges and PS1 and PS2 and all that crap. So yeah, Tekken 7. And the only other game is Muso Stars. Because I used to play a shit ton of Dynasty Warriors back in the day. And the fact that it's Koei Tecmo and it has all the crossover characters, and that I can play a Muso game as Marie Rose will be the best thing ever. And I won't even need to leave my room for the next month after that.
Hey man, let me know when it comes out. I'll pick it up soon. We'll like co-op that shit.
March 30th, but from the looks of it, we have to import it. Which is fine.
Wait, surely they wouldn't do that.
No, the thing I looked up on it, because I was, I'm like, oh, when does this come out? Because I watched the trailer, like all the character trailer videos and stuff. It only has a release date for Japan and what's this country? Republic of China. That's not the China. Oh, it's Taiwan flag. Okay.
I was going to say. China, I'm sure China don't want it.
Yeah. And just showing how I'm a geographical failure, or failure at geography. It's been a while since those classes. Yeah, no, it has all the crossover characters. There's a bunch I don't know, but the fact that it has Marie Rose and Honoka and Ryu Hayabusa, that's really cool. It has Lu Bu, which is awesome. It has William from Neo, which just came out recently. That's really cool. So, yeah, Muso games, I think they're a lot of fun. People, it's like, oh, it's just mindless. Yeah, it is, but that's the point. It's not a thinker.
It's just a hack and slasher.
Yeah, it's what you play when you just want to feel like a badass and super powerful.
Fair enough.
When you want to feel like Goku fighting an army of Krillins. But that's about it. Because I'm not looking forward to Mass Effect.
Sure. Well, I am.
Fight me, nerd.
Sorry.
You know, what BioWare needs to do is bring back Knights of the Old Republic stuff, not this MMO stuff.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that would be good. I've been working on a playthrough on Knights of the Old Republic.
Who made the second one? Was it Obsidian?
I think so.
Yes. Didn't Obsidian make the
Even
first
that
one as
was
well?
good. No, BioWare made the first
Oh, they
one.
actually did the first one. Well, Obsidian is an No. I was trying to know if they're related to BioWare or not. I thought they were. Maybe not.
I have no idea, but they did make the sequel was good. Like they did pretty well with it.
KOTOR 2 got a lot of crap, but I actually think it's really good.
The only reason why, because it wasn't wasn't finished whenever it
Yeah.
came to Xbox, because you had to hack stuff on your computer to even get the full game.
Yeah, you have to download and get some patches and stuff, because some fans patched all that shit back in, because there's so much more to the game apparently. I still need to play, because I have the Xbox version, that's the one I played a ton of, but I need to get the PC version and actually play through it with all the added stuff back in. Maybe I'll do that after I finish the first one again.
So the only games I'm just looking at Obsidian stuff. The only real game they made that was theirs was Alpha Protocol. Everything else has just sort of been either a sequel to something else or something like that. Like they did on Knights of the Old Republic 2, they did Neverwinter Nights 2, Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, South Park Stick of Truth, Pillars of Eternity. Maybe that's their own one. I don't know what Skyforge is. Something. Oh, it's something. It's
Did they do Baldur's Gate or something like the Dark Alliance games?
No, they just did Neverwinter Nights 2.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry, Devin, I interrupted you. Please continue.
I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, for what Josh was saying, playing it over and over again. I have so many hours on that game from just remaking characters from Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, because it's one of those games where you can't get bored of it.
Yeah.
I know where everything is on that game and where to go to get the stuff. It's crazy.
No, building characters and just it's cool how certain playthroughs, if you're trying to do a dark side playthrough but you also wanted to recruit Bayodur as a Jedi, you kind of had to not use him but also use him to influence him at the right times, because he wanted it's easy to influence him as a light side user, but as a dark side user it's harder from what I remember. So you have to but the cool thing was if you influenced him as a dark side user and turned him into a Jedi and he was dark side, he'd get Darth Maul type tattoos.
Speaking of Darth Maul, have you guys seen, I know it's pretty old, did you see the scrap Darth Maul game that we were supposed to get?
Yes, every time I see it, it makes me cry.
Me too. It looked really fun because it had Mandalorians and everything in it.
That and what was that other one? 1515 or whatever.
Something like that. 1414.
1414.
1313.
1313. There we go. We got there in the end.
Stole my numbers.
That one looked fun too.
Yeah, it's a shame it never actually got made. But maybe Battlefront 2 will be okay? Question mark.
Open.
I don't know. I got Battlefront because it was on sale for $25 with all the DLC. I'm like, I'll give it a go. I've had a bit of a play with it.
Yeah, I did too, and then I was done.
See, they brought in more. They brought in Rogue One DLC now.
Oh, jeez. I only want Rogue One DLC if it lets me go around as Donnie Yen with a stick.
No, it has the one dude that did the Death Star and the main character chick.
Oh.
Brannick, I think his name is.
But I wanted to be Kung Fu.
Are you one with the Force? Is the Force with you, Josh? Whatever he says.
Usually when I'm constipated.
Jesus.
Well, we'll see how Battlefront is. It still made by the guys that made it before, though, like for Battlefront 1 and 2.
I don't think was it? I didn't think it was. Or maybe it was.
The original
No,
one.
EA is the one that made the new one. I forget who made the old one.
I don't remember either.
Wait a minute. I might.
The
Here,
internet
hold on
will tell
here.
us. I'm pretty sure it was still made by. That was Pandemic back in the day, and then
Yeah, Pandemic.
Dice
Because I
made it
just
recently.
pulled out my case.
Oh, nice.
Because I still hook up my old Xbox and play it from time to time.
Yeah, Pandemic was first, then Free Radical, then Rebellion, then Slant 6. I don't know who they are. LucasArts was in it for a while, and then DICE took over recently. I mean, I like DICE. DICE is all the Battlefield games, so I mean, they know how to make a shooter most of the time.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. EA is one of those things where it's just I don't really want to touch anything by them, even though they're just publishing it.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
If you pay,
Gotta pay for it.
if you buy all the DLC.
Yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, on that note, I think we've finished our topic pretty well. So we will call it a day there. Thanks for listening. Keep an eye out for some new stuff coming up. I've got some ideas that we're going to start recording in the next week or two, and we will go from there. So thanks, Devin, for joining us today. It was a pleasure to have you, sir.
Well, thank you. It was nice to be here.
Yep, I'm trying to get you in for some more stuff. And we will catch everyone later on. Check us out on social media. It's all in the description. And go to pixelexile.com if I remember to update it for some stuff. And we'll see.
Do something.
We'll do some things. All right, say goodbye, everyone.
Later.
I gotta pee.
Bye.
Goodbye.